Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA, Elite Total Body Care and Private Label Hair Care Company. So the holiday is finally over. As you guys can tell, my hair looks like crap. And it's time to go home. So I am going to put on my Selena unit. Probably one of the best decisions to make to put this unit on. And I'm gonna show you guys kind of how I do it and how easy it is to work with. Let me just give you guys a disclaimer, I'm not a wig guru. I don't want anything that requires a ton of effort. I just don't. I just don't. Hey Sharon, hey Star. I'm just one of those people. I don't want anything that requires extra effort, if you guys understand what I mean. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys how I put her on, how I make her look like someone, because right now she looks like straight crap. This is the unit you guys saw me wearing the other day at work. I've had this unit for over a year, very long time. I do not keep her in pristine condition. She actually sits under the counter in the bathroom. And I literally just throw her wherever I need her and wear her whenever I need her. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do this to get her ready to actually put her on. I did get in contact with the vendor for this unit. So there is actual Selena units available. And the link is in the description box of this video, which is the first link. If you click the link tree, it'll take you to all of my applicable links and you will see Selena units in there, okay? Now, she doesn't come pre-cut. You have to cut her, but when I tell you, I used a razor and I was done. That's how it works. But she comes long and then you can cut her down, and she has great density too. All right, so you guys ready? Okay, so I'm gonna bring you guys down here, so you guys can kind of see. Let me see if I can put you on top of something to make it not so bad. Hold on, you guys. There we go. Okay, so right now she looks like crap. Okay, it is glueless. I add elastic band to my unit because I have a large head and it doesn't like to stay on my head with my large head. So that is how I keep it nice and tight on my head. Whereas if you have a smaller head, you don't have to do that. So what I'm gonna do is, before I actually start to wet her down, I'm gonna prepare the inside by taking my little elastic bands that go on the side here, and it has a little comb. I'm just gonna secure these two little tabs under here. And you don't have to do this part. You can actually wait till you put her on to do that. But with me, I do this first. And then there's also a comb on either side of the lace. And it stays secured like that. Good morning. Okay, so I didn't bring a brush, which is another good reason why I made this video, because I didn't actually bring anything other than my little bag of hair products and the wig and my comb if I was gonna do my hair. So what I'm gonna do, okay, see, she doesn't want to really like work out, so we're just gonna put her there. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is just start by kind of like just brushing through her. Now, the good thing with the Selena wig is it doesn't tangle really bad. So kind of just picking through her with a wide tooth comb is real simple. Or even a paddle brush. Usually I would use a paddle brush. So I have this as an asymmetrical design, but you can have it in whatever design you want. I'm gonna show you guys how long I've had her. She actually has a bald spot right here. So if you guys can see that right there, that's from the years of abuse that I've given her. But this tells you how durable this unit is, and I've never actually glued it on my head. It's all glueless. It already comes pre-plucked. I didn't bleach the knots. Actually, I did bleach the knots. I bleached the knots on this one, but you don't really have to because I didn't actually successfully bleach my knots. I don't really care about that part. And then I'm just gonna take my comb down here. Just make sure that I'm kind of like getting all of this matting that I might have under here, which really isn't much. Okay, just like that, real simple. So she's detangled just that fast. Okay, all right. I'm just making sure. Mind you, she was in a suitcase in my bag the whole time. So the fact that I can detangle her that easily, that tells you something. All right, so before I put the wig on, I turn on my water. I use cold water, but you can, it doesn't matter if it's cold or warm. I just feel like warm water dries out faster to me, but that's just my personal thought process. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I don't submerge her underwater, okay? I will usually take my paddle brush and wet the paddle brush and then brush through her. In this case, I'm gonna wet my comb and use my comb because I wanna control how wet my unit is. I don't want it to be super wet and I want it to be nicely detangled all at the same time. Now you can wet her down. I just don't like the feeling of wet lace on my hair. So that's another reason why a paddle brush would have been better, but I don't have one, so. And if I tell you guys I've done this process so many times and my unit is still full. You guys see how I'm wetting her down? Okay. Like, I don't want her to be like super duper damp. That's not the object. But some people, they prefer to start it really wet, which you can. I just don't. All right, so this should be let's get in my back here. And then I turn her inside out and I do the same thing just in the base here. Okay, so she's nice and damp. You see, she's not like dripping with water. You don't want her to drip with water. Okay, you just want her to be damp. That's really it. You guys see how she looks right now? My hair is not combed. Okay, I don't have a stocking cap, so I'm doing this in a fashion if you didn't really have anything available. Now, if you really want to, you can kind of like wet your hair down just to kind of make it lay down, but I don't really care about that part. She'll still sit on my head. I don't part my hair, which you probably could, but yeah, I don't really do any of that, you guys. Let me just be honest. Okay, so we're gonna put her on. Real easy. No adhesive, no none of that. I'll put my clips. And then how I do it is I have my elastic band. I'm gonna take my unit and I put it under there. And then I come around to the front. I like mine to have a deeper part. And then I'll take my combs on the inside. So there's a comb in there. There's one back here. And you just put the combs in so that you can secure the unit so that she doesn't like fly off your head. Which she won't, because it's nice and tight. So right now she's super wet, okay? Starting off, this is a good place to start with her wet like this, because within about 20 to 30 minutes, she starts to dry and fluff. Okay, so before I do that, I like to take a little bit of Elite Silk Wrap Foam. Just about that much. Take my fingers and I literally just put wrap foam on her while she's wet so she will dry with the wrap foam. Okay, and that is gonna keep her nice and defined but not frizzy. Okay, so that's another reason why you want her to be damp enough that you can add some wrap foam to her, so that as she dries and gets fluffy, your curls stay nice and defined, but she just gets bigger. Now, if you want the process to go really fast, then you can use a diffuser. Me personally, between you putting your wig on and you getting to work, your hair will be dry and fluffy anyway. And I don't like to touch her too much during the day. I just make sure that I scrunch her so that I got my product in there. You guys saw the little bit of product that I used. I didn't use a lot. You guys can see the lace, but if you want to put a little makeup on there, I over tinted mine. I don't really care about the lace, to be quite honest. I could even go as far as cutting off this little piece and then it'll blend 100%, but I don't have time for that. Like, this is a fast do, and I just needed a nice hairstyle so that I could go. So what I like to do is pull it out of my face and allow it to dry like this for right now, because once it dries and then I push it down, it'll still have that stack effect. Like, that's how simple it is. And you guys see the little asymmetrical. You don't have to do asymmetrical if you don't want. I just like the asymmetrical look. And then for those of you who like baby hair, which I don't, I'm just gonna do it for the sake of this. You can put a little bit of gel. If you want to create a little baby hair, which I think baby hair should be left for babies. That's why they call it baby hair, but it's fine. To each his own. And then the gel also kind of works like a glue, but you don't really need any glue with this. Hey, Nikki. Okay. So for those of you who are grown women that like baby hair, you can definitely add some. As you guys can tell, I just did. Me personally, I'm not into the baby hair thing, but it does give the unit a even more But me personally, I'm too grown. Baby hairs are called baby hair for a reason. I don't have baby hair. I'm not a baby. I'm just, no shade to anyone. Okay, and that's how we do it. So for the sake of the video, I'll blow dry it just a little bit so you guys can see the end result when she is dry. I mean, the little slime of baby hair is not bad. The little drop of baby hair doesn't hurt, but it's just not my thing. All right, so I'm gonna put this on low and cool. Melissa, listen, you guys can do, if you like baby hair, go right on ahead and add your baby hair. If you don't like baby hair, then you don't have to wear any baby hair. As you guys can tell, it's pre-plucked. So the hairline looks like a hairline. And then of course you can tint the hairline to match your hairline. I over tinted mine and I never really cared to fix it. That's just how normal I am. I don't like anything that requires a lot of work, so. So all I'm doing is just hitting it with a little bit of warm air to start the process. And you'll start seeing it get bigger and bigger. If you guys can't tell, it just starts to get bigger and bigger. So if you guys notice, I'm not like being rough. I'm just lifting it up and allowing it to set the rack foam on the wig. Just like that. And then I'm going to show you guys something. Hold on. So there's some pieces right here in the front that I absolutely hate from the last time you guys saw me wearing this unit. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't have any scissors. I'm just gonna use an eyebrow razor. So I'm gonna show you guys how simple it is to really cut this down. So if you guys can see these little straggle hairs, okay. I'm using an eyebrow razor, you guys. Like, that's just how simple it is. Much better. Okay, so you can actually even cut the whole unit with an eyebrow razor if you really, really wanted to. And then as it gets big, I'm ready for this. I'm looking like real mita right now. I'm giving real mita vibes. Okay. And then of course, if I was gonna actually like show this side of the hairline, which I never do, sometimes I'll pin it up because I don't want it in my face. Other times I'll just kind of like rope twist it down because I don't want it in my face. But yeah, whose birthday is it? Happy birthday, Fatima. Okay, and then all you do, guys, you guys notice I'm like really not messing around with it, okay? You don't want to do too much. Like if you feel like there's something that needs to get cut, you can cut it, but I don't really mess with it too much. I just let it do its thing. And that's it. Thanks. So her name is Selena. We've had this unit for a long time, years now. Some people actually have Selena. And I've had this, it stays under my bathroom sink. That's probably why she has a bald spot, but can you see the bald spot? You cannot. You cannot see the bald spot. And then you guys see she's getting bigger and bigger, but not like super big. That was the purpose of the Elite Silk Wrap Foam, to tame her. And then we use the eyebrow pencil to like do stuff to her. A part of me is like, I want to cut off this little piece of lace, but it's fine. She's gonna stay right where she is. Don't really business. And it is a free part unit, you guys. So if you want to part her on this side, which is the opposite side, you can part her on the opposite side. It's a free part wig. Okay, so there's no stationary parting. You can part anywhere you want. So if you want your part to be in the middle, you can part her in the middle. You can kind of tell where I've been parting her because my part is almost permanent because of how I've always worn her. But it is a free part, okay? So you part wherever you choose on the front. You can make it not so deep. I like mine's deep. I like deep parts. When it comes to like this unit, I like the deep part. So yeah. So Selena is available on the website. If you click the first link in the description box, you'll be able to go to the link tree where you'll be able to get yourself a Selena. We only have a very limited number, and that's mainly because this unit is it's actually being discontinued, which was the reason why I had to contact the vendor directly. And they gave me the last of what they had. So the unit itself is $275 minimum cost. It comes as a 20-inch, and then you can cut it as short as you want it. So I've seen people actually make this into like a really short style where they cut this whole side down and they make it like a Roxanne type look. Thank you. It gives you that Roxanne vibe. And then I've seen some decide that they want to leave it at 20 inches. And then you get like 6 different units out of it because as you change your mind, you get it shorter and shorter and shorter. So yeah. Morning. gonna pull her out my face because I'm hot. I'm hot, you guys. Do you have to spray it with water throughout the day? No, that's the reason why I usually Elite Silk wrap foam on it when it's wet, mainly because I want to keep it nice and defined. If you choose that you want it to have this super duper wet look, then you can use gel instead of wrap foam and make it heavy. But you don't need to spray water on this all day. And honestly, why would you? I don't want it to look wet like this all day. It needs to dry. But if you want it to have that super defined look all day, then you can rub some gel in your hands and scrunch it with the gel and some wrap foam. So you can do both. And I did this style with minimal product. Like I used an eyebrow pencil to cut her. I used a comb for a shortcut or a rake. I used some wrap foam, some water, and I had a little bit of hair gel to do this baby hair thing that y'all love so much. And that was really it. Like, see the baby hair will get to me. Yeah. So super easy. Right now she's still damp. As time goes on, she'll get bigger. She's not gonna get like this. She just kind of fluffs. And because I put product on her while she's wet, the product is keeping it condensed and defined. That's how it works. So that's really the way to go. All right, I was just strolling through. Yeah, it's real easy. And then when I get home, sometimes I have to get in the car. This baby come off. And when I take her off, I honestly can tell you, this is how my wig goes, because the bag is like that big. I use a little Velcro thingy bag that I had. And she goes in there, that bag has like 10 other units in it, and she goes in there like that. That's kind of how she came out. Don't judge me. But my wigs have really no, I don't really give them the respect that they need, but that just tells you the quality of this unit as she survived all these years of being folded up like this in a bag. And then I just pull her back out and rinse that baby off and put her on, and she just gives life. And then when I'm ready, I just put her back on. I'm showing you guys how simple it is. Like, let me set your little baby hairs back. I hate them, but okay. That is all. Then I go on about my day. Real simple. If I want her to be, you know, super long, or maybe I want her to have a nice short part. No, I don't wear wig caps. I sweat too much for wig caps. I sweat way too much for wig caps. That's another reason why I don't do wig caps, because everything makes me perspire. Just standing here, I'm hot. So I'm like a sweataholic, and that's another reason why I don't do the wig cap. And I only have like 32 strands of great hair, you guys. So what am I covering? The wig you have, is it human? It is human. It is human. Is it a wig that I would say to try to make it straight? No. Because anytime you have a unit that's curly like this, they put processing solution on it. So it's not really made to go straight. Thank you. Does the elastic band wear out in the back? I sewed that band on, so I'll show you the band. So this elastic band, I just went to Joann's Fabrics, you guys. And how you do it is at the end of the lace, I cut it off, and then I just sew this to the end. I'm not the best sewer. And this elastic band has been on here since the first time me wearing it when she was long. So the only thing that wears out is the fact that I've sewn her over here. So as it gets like too stretchy, I just bend it and make it tighter, secure. It's not really much. Like, it's really simple, you guys. Like, look. So it doesn't come with elastic band. You usually get it customized and add the band, and all you do is sew the band to the end of the tabs, and you sew it so that the band hangs like that. That's it. You can make it as tight or as loose as you want for your head. Honestly, I wouldn't even pay someone to do that for me. If you know how to sew, cut the tabs off the end, put the elastic band on, because it's not seen. It's really just to make your hairline nice and snug so it looks like you've melted the lace. That's the purpose. If you don't have the band on it, then the lace is gonna be loose because you're assuming that you're going to install it using adhesive. For me, this is what makes a unit glueless, this band, because I have no plan of gluing that unit to my head. First and foremost, I perspire so much that installing a unit for me is a day. And probably by the time I leave home, the unit is already lifting off because I perspire that much, especially in my hair. Yeah, it's not something that, it's just really easy. It's really easy, you guys. Really, really easy. And I'm not one of those people where I'm not like super into wigs and stuff. So everything has to be easy installed for me to wear a wig. Like, I'm gonna attempt to install a longer one and see if that lasts me a day. But I know me, like right now, right at this very moment, my hairline is soaked. Soaked. Perspiration. Like, let me see. I'm gonna show you guys. Dry tissue. Like, soaked. Y'all see that? That's just my forehead. That's how much I perspire, you guys. Look. People never really notice that, but that's how much I perspire. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you guys know I love glitter. So I did silver this time. Thanks, Janet. All right, you guys. So as I said, the Selena unit is in the first link in the description box for those of you that are interested in her. I am very limited on Selena units, by the way. I think I said that already, because I had to damn near beg for these last few because it is now discontinued. So Selena will definitely not be back. This style is discontinued, so on with the new. All right, you guys, I'll probably do a Q&A either later today or tomorrow. But you guys have a good rest of your day. I haven't been on live all week, actually for the last 2 weeks, because your girl was on vacation. But I'll be back to work tomorrow. And of course, we'll be back to talking about all these new things that's going on. Moon Spice is available, yes. All right, you guys. Peace.